Hey there, how are you today? I can tell you right now that I am so pumped about the weather that we're having. It is in the 50s, beautiful, sunshiny. This is the Texas winter that I love, 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 love. And so we are running around getting stuff done. We went to early service at church and came home, just trying to get stuff ready for the week. Got to be on the road to Dallas tomorrow to take Matthew back to UT. And then on Tuesday evening or Wednesday, on my way to Dallas. So we have plans tonight for dinner. And it brought up to me as I was looking up the menu on online, their website, that there are so many pitfalls to dining out, but there are solutions too. So one of the things I learned to do many years ago is that when I am meeting friends to go out to dinner, or if Mike and I are going to go out to dinner and it's a restaurant that we don't normally go to, one of the first things I do is I pull them up on their webpage and I look at their menu, and I go ahead and decide ahead of time, what am I going to eat? What is the best choice for me? And so I started doing this way before I started the true health journey that I've done in the last 2.5 years. But one of the reasons, besides just wanting to know what was there to choose from, was that I did not like when I was meeting friends at a restaurant and it was a new restaurant to me, and then you're trying to listen to all the news and the stuff and people talking, and you want to be social. But yet you're also trying to read the menu at the same time. And so then you end up making a choice maybe that isn't really what you wanted. And so that's when I started doing that. And it really has fit into a healthier eating pattern, because now when we go out, if we're meeting friends especially, now if we're going out to one of our regular places, I already kind of know what I want to order. I kind of have a good idea. But if we're going somewhere that I have never been before, or I have only been once or twice, then I love pulling up the menu and I make a wise decision ahead of time. So it does two big things for me. One is I'm not going to just make a snap decision that's not very healthy once I get there. But two, even more importantly, is that just being able to talk and visit with people and friends at the table is way better. And I already know what I want. So I'm not sitting there staring at the menu and trying to half listen to what they're saying and stay tuned into that. So it kind of kills two birds with one stone. And I really like doing that. One thing I've learned is that there aren't any restaurants where you can't make good choices. They're just not. I haven't run into that yet, and so it's pretty easy to usually find something that's healthy that you can eat. So there's no reason to stress about, oh, we're going out or we go out all the time and I can't eat healthy. Yeah, you can. You just have to make that choice ahead of time, and looking at their menu ahead of time is one of the ways to do that. The other thing that you can do is you can order a couple of appetizers instead of ordering a whole entree. One of the things that I've noticed traveling worldwide is that in America, our serving portions are way larger than in Europe and in other places. And so we have programmed ourselves that these ginormous portions are normal. And they're not normal, and we're not normal sized. So if you look around at the Europeans, a lot of times they are much trimmer than we are. Their serving sizes aren't near as big. And so you can split an entree with somebody that you're with, your spouse or your friend or whatnot. Or if you want the whole entree, or say if I'm with my husband, he's going to eat the whole entree. That's all there is to it. Then you can get a to-go container ahead of time. So as soon as you make the order, you just tell your waiter or food server, hey, can you just go ahead and bring me a small to-go box so I can box up some of this ahead of time. And then that way you can kind of visualize your portions and really what you should be eating versus what in America the restaurants say that you should be eating. Another strategy that Mike and I have noticed is we used to kind of, when we went to a restaurant and first thing they did, I'll just put Outback out there because back in 2017, we would go there like almost every Friday night before a football game. And, they'd always bring you bread. And so we'd always go, oh, well, we're not really doing bread right now, blah, blah, blah. Kind of felt uncomfortable about it. And it's funny because it's now morphed into, we don't do bread. We're just not bread family. And so just don't bother with bringing it. And the waiter or food server, they're happy. They're obliged to do what you want. And you don't kind of feel funny like you're depriving yourself, because you're not. It's your choice what you want to eat. And our choice has been to not eat bread before we go and eat an entree somewhere and kind of spoil our appetite. There's really just no need to fill up on bread ahead of time. And we all know, most of us, especially women in our 50s and higher, that when we eat a bunch of starchy carbohydrates, that we typically are going to gain weight. We just don't need all that stuff. And then we don't eat the good stuff, the healthy entree that comes. And so the other thing is alcohol, cocktails. One of the first things we want to do is to have a drink when we go out with people, and that's fine if you're celebrating and whatnot. Just know that your alcohol is pretty much sugar. And so if you're trying to do any type of low carb, low sugar type of program or whatnot, that kind of messes you up. So just know that you may have to deal with hunger pains. That may be the gift that keeps giving later on. And alcohol lowers your inhibitions and lowers any type of motivation, willpower you have to stay on the healthy road. So you just have to keep all of that in mind. If that's what you want to do, fine. Everything's a choice. Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. And you just have to keep that in mind. So the other thing is 9-inch plates at home or in the restaurant. But if you do it at home, then you can kind of visualize a 9-inch plate when you're at a restaurant. So a 9-inch plate, just to give you an idea, is about this size, okay? Versus the 10 or 11-inch plate, which is bigger, okay? All right, so I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm gonna pull it back like that. Okay, so the thing is, since in America we seem to like larger portions, research has shown that if we reduce just portion amounts, and if we make that a habit, and if we know how to visualize that, then that you will start losing some weight. If your portions are too big, then that's going to help you more than anything. And then the beauty of that is when you go out to eat, then you're going to be visualizing that too when you go out to eat, because your portions are way more manageable and you're used to that at home. And so it's easier for you to do that at a restaurant. So anyway, enjoy this beautiful day. If you are in Southeast Texas or Central Texas, or hopefully anywhere in the state. I don't know. I haven't looked at the rest of the state, but it is gorgeous. And so I can't wait to go for a long walk before our dinner plans. And for those of you that have a 3-day weekend, enjoy your 3-day weekend. Enjoy your it's not a school night tonight. You get a holiday tomorrow. So celebrate. Be happy. So talk to y'all soon. Have a happy Sunday. Bye.